back to Different Strokes for Different Folks. I'm your host, Vaughn, and today we are joined by a TBI survivor, Brenden Nichols, also known as the Mighty Miracle Man. Hi, Brenden.
Hi.
So can you tell us a bit about what happened when you got your TBI?
Yes, I was, I was coming back from college the first time around. I've since gone back and graduated, but the college was in Helena, Montana. I was going to meet my dad and brother for a weekend hunting trip in Kuski, I know, and I had to go over the Lolo Pass, which is a narrow, windy, curvy road. And needless to say, I never made it for the hunting trip. The deer got the best of me that weekend. Yeah, I had just come to a fairly straight portion of road and thought I was fine. But then the deer jumped off the hill. No big deal, right? No one's coming. I just changed lanes. But all of a sudden, the car steering along some pointing toward the river, and I start gyrating. I start wrenching and wrenching, and finally, on the third time, it breaks free. Third time's the charm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I had overcorrected, but fortunately, that saved my life, especially because nobody even found me because it was so remote, born between 2 and 8 hours, and then there's no cell coverage in the area, so the truck driver who found me had to unhinge his load to drive faster to the nearest emergency phone line,
Mm-hmm.
and then he calls. It's foggy, so Lifeline can't come. They send an ambulance from the nearest normal one center in Missoula, Montana. And so another hour, and then they extract me with the jaws of life. I'm finally getting a little bit of medical intervention. All the while, and the accident caused both clavicles broken, separated sternum, 6 broken ribs, broken C4 vertebrae, and punctured lung. So I'm with a mess, right?
Mm-hmm. So you talked about what the accident how the accident affected you, but how did your brain injury specifically affect you?
Mm, well, with the brain injury, I had to relearn basically everything from eating to talking to crabbing, all the way up to walking. That took a long time.
Okay. And what challenges caused by your brain injury are you most proud to say you've overcome?
The walking,
Mhm.
because it took me a good 3 or 4 years Luckily, I didn't know because I was never supposed to walk again, and the doctors didn't believe that was possible, but anything is possible with an indomitable mindset, and that's what I teach. You just have to keep trying.
Hmm. Is there anything other than therapy that you feel has helped you get as far as you have in your recovery?
I see,
Okay. And can you tell our listeners what ASEA is?
is um, a brand new technology. It's uh, redox signaling molecules, which won the Nobel Prize for their discovery in '98. And Crick actually thinks they're going to be bigger than his discovery of the DNA helix.
Okay. What is some advice that you would give to new survivors?
And don't give up and don't listen to the doctors if they tell you bad stuff. I mean, one doctor told my parents that they should euthanize me.
Oh my gosh.
Fortunately, they find him on the spot, and they're like, nowhere on your name badge do we see the word God.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Doctors definitely shouldn't be able to say things like that.
Especially neurosurgeons.
Yeah.
Neurosurgeons are known for that. I was actually going to school to be one, but I was going to be a nice one. I mean, I shadowed one through high school and was uh, sorry, dysphagia. I was all set up with a big academic scholarship, pulling straight A's in midterms in pre-med,
Hmm.
and then, oh well, it changed my path, but I'm here and I'm doing it.
You
It
are
just
doing it.
I
Honest.
always
Mhm.
say to never give up, never say never, and God will bring you through. Just keep trying.
Mhm.
But the Mighty Miracle Man original right there.
Yeah. So on a scale from 0 to 100, how much do you feel you've recovered?
Eh, Indeed.
80-ish? Okay. That's a pretty good number.
Mhm.
And what is your biggest challenge today regarding your continued recovery?
The swallowing and speech. I mean, I wouldn't change my voice for the world because it's the voice of the Mighty Miracle Man now.
Mhm.
But if people still have a hard time understanding me sometimes,
Mhm.
and the swallowing is really hard. I mean, you all have, and you realize that I'm sure because I have to stop and think about moving stuff to the back of my throat to swallow.
Mhm. Yeah, I forget to swallow often, usually when I'm
Mm.
taking my medications.
Mm.
I forget how to swallow, I should say, not forget to swallow. So what are you doing to work towards overcoming that challenge?
Uh, I have gone through speech therapy, and at this point, it's all about finding ways to work around that.
Mm-hmm.
And just don't give up and don't stop trying.
Mm-hmm. I met a survivor once who told me that he used to have to do swallow practice every
Yes,
day.
I
And
did that for a while.
mm-hmm. How has your brain injury affected your social life?
Um, and at first destroyed it because I was fresh out of high school and it was first year of college. So all my friends basically disappeared because I couldn't go do things with them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that really hurt. But hey, I made new friends and
Mm-hmm.
they love me now.
Yeah.
It just takes time. Never give up, never say never, and God will bring you through.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So now I want to get into a little more about what you do for the brain injury community and the disabled community in general. Um,
Okay.
so, in what ways do you offer support to the brain injury slash disabled community as a whole?
I specialize in helping people regain functionality as the Mighty Miracle Man, and I actually started my own company. Well, it's kind of a dream right now, but it's still the Mighty Miracle Man Rehab and Training Company where we help people, and specifically disabled people, live a better quality of life.
Live longer, feel better, and add life to your years, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you know my saying that I'm doing pretty much every opportunity after my videos.
Mm-hmm. So my last question, but certainly not my least, not the least of my questions. Last but certainly not least, would you like to promote some of the stuff that you do for the community?
Sure, I'll drop my plug here. So I'm the Mighty Miracle Man. No spaces, all one word on YouTube, where I help people with nutrition, activity, and supplementation. And then my Instagram is the Mighty Miracle Man, all one word. John is TPT, board certified personal trainer, and TikTok just the Mighty Miracle Man. You should all follow me for great advice, especially with brain injury and disability in general. We have often been told that we can't do something, but We just need more time or a different way to do it. And that's what I show people. We can still do anything. And oh yeah, live longer, feel better, and add life to your years. And ask Vaughn about this stuff. She can help you get set up. It's life changing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, those are all the questions that I had for you today. Is there anything else that you would like to touch on before we end?
I don't think so, other than just don't give up. It took me 10 years to get to where I'm at, and I'm only here because I did not give up.
Mm-hmm.